Streaming is the meaning, I mean it because I'm feeling it. The nerdy me revealing the TV be so appealing to me. Smashing up the buttons, controller could kill a king. I'm catapulting a boulder into a wrestling ring.
Next game.
I'll be battling zombies on CD-ROMs. Getting nervy is the worst of my sweaties are getting bombed. Headshots are the only shots that are popping off. It's a bop when I'm streaming it, I'm never gonna stop.
Next game.
64-bit, bitch, I'm on the beat shit. Pick a device, I'm capitalizing on it with my weed lid. Puzzles and pixels or pickle problems with a price. Perhaps I'll play my polka dotted square, prepare the dice.
Next game.
I'm locked and loaded, already here to show it, baby. Know what the flow is, and the flow is getting cozy with me. Give me a follow so you can watch tomorrow. And again, if you're tomorrow, give a like, subscribe, and follow me. Follow me through an adventure of streaming. Dial room. Dial room. Dial room. Dial room. Dial.
What happened? Oh, yeah, for story time. Oh, it's over. It just got over. Yeah, they do it like 3 times a week.
Yeah. Check the
Pretty quick
events
clip.
tab and click interested on the next one so you'll get a notification reminder.
Hmm. The Banter Late Show?
Step into my shoes, highlights.
What's the space that is located?
This space is the name.
Tech Waffle.
Oh, is it the virtually live with Faye?
Oh, virtual.
Virtually live. There we
Oh,
go.
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Is the whole Discord? Is it spooky?
No, it's kind of like a sci-fi-ish. It was a guy in here wrote his own book.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool. He's you can look at it. It's the big one floating. His name is CL Provost. Here we are. That's a great question. What's everyone up to?
Just waiting for the next events.
Yeah.
I was just asking the same thing. What is the next event?
I don't even know.
Nighttime jungle party.
Ah.
Woohoo. No, really, that's what it says. It says woohoo. Oh,
Well, I know Shane was on top of it, so I don't know if eventually he got a hold of them, but yeah, he's been chasing him around yesterday, and I think, yeah, that's new one, so go check it out. Yeah.
A mini mountain of coral sticking up from the bottom, but not quite reaching the surface. Near the top of the Balmy, thousands of small fish feed on plankton passing by in the current, but they stay close to the reef because they're being watched by a big school of jacks who are on the prowl for food themselves. The Balmy is covered in healthy coral that provides lots of nooks and crannies for the fish to hide if they need cover. On the other side of the Balmy, a large school of snappers are also looking for something to eat and keeping a safe distance from the jacks.
The white square over there. The white square over there. On the floor.
As I swim along at the base of the Balmy, I'm keeping my eyes open for a snake-like animal. The coral
We have
looks healthy,
teleporter.
and a spine-cheek anemone
Use
fish
your
gives me a
teleporter.
quick glance from the safety of her host
Other hand.
anemone.
Left hand.
But I keep scanning the
the,
bottom, and at last
button.
I've
There
found
you
my
go.
quarry, an olive sea snake, the most common species around the Great Barrier Reef. It's swimming along the bottom, doing the same thing everything else is doing, looking for food. The sea snake is closely related to a land
Hey.
snake, except it's adapted for
This
life
is one of
underwater.
Dead Zed's places, and I was putting on his.
When a sea snake flicks its
Did you
tongue,
see the,
it's getting rid of
demonstration
excess
today,
salt
the
secreted
avatar
by
creation?
special glands in its mouth. Sea
Oh,
snakes
okay. He
live
made some
exclusively in the ocean, but
accessories
since
for
they're
avatars,
reptiles, their
and I was just gonna
kidneys
put them
can't
on
deal
and
with
take a
too
picture,
much
but
excess salt
it
in their blood.
doesn't look like he's got a camera here.
A
I
sea
thought he would
snake
have a
gets
camera.
around with a flattened
Usually,
section of tail that looks like an
this base
oar
isn't quite
and
finished,
serves as
but
a fin.
it's
It
getting there.
looks just like an eel when it swims,
You
undulating
hadn't
its
added,
body
you hadn't
and
added a
getting
camera. You usually
propulsion
have like a
from
little
that
selfie
flattened
camera that you can
tail.
grab and take pictures of yourself.
Although sea snakes prefer to eat eels, shrimps, and fish, these snappers aren't at all
Yes.
afraid of the sea snake because they're way too big for the sea snake to bite.
I don't think that. I think they're just display. I mean, just decoration. He's still. This place is pretty empty so far.
This
He's still
snake is
working
heading
on.
for the
He's got
surface
like
to
the
grab
animals
a
and stuff
breath of
going,
air.
but he doesn't
A sea
have
snake, just like a land snake,
a lot of the
has lungs
interior.
and
There's
must
it's a lot of
breathe air
space to decorate.
survive. It can hold its breath up to
But
3
I'm sure he'll have
hours during
little
a dive.
plaques and stuff. Yeah,
Recent research has shown that some sea snakes can also
It's
absorb
like, yeah,
a
they,
little bit of oxygen
a lot of them
directly
just
from the
kind of
water
free
through
roam or
their
seem to
skin,
free roam around
which
the
is
outside.
probably why a
He
breath
just
can
circles
last
around the
so
top.
long.
There's a whale shark somewhere and there's a blue whale. There's a big whale somewhere.
After spending a minute at the surface
bunch of
breathing,
smaller
the
critters.
sea snake comes back down to the bottom. It's poking around, looking
Oh.
for holes where it might corner a fish.
Unity mostly.
It sticks its head into the holes,
Are
hoping
you?
to
Have you
get
joined our
lucky.
Discord? Okay. What you can do, if you're interested in space making, go to the grab your roles hashtag, and you can choose things that you're interested in, like
The
avatar
sea snake
making
is
or
most closely related
space
to the
making,
cobra on land,
and
its venom is quite similar
choose
to
those. Then you'll be
cobra
able to
venom,
see
but
the
considerably more
all the
potent.
posts and stuff about them.
If it manages to
And
grab
there's
a fish, the
there's
venom will
lots
kill
of
it in
documentation and
seconds.
stuff, and plenty of people to help you. I'm not really a space maker myself, but there's a lot of
Sea
people
snakes
here
often
that are
take a
that can
rest
help
on
you
the
out with
bottom,
you know
sleeping as
any
they hold their
information.
breath.
Yeah, I know they're mostly done with Unity.
I use the opportunity to
No,
sneak
I'm
up on one.
just a guy,
In
just a
spite of
player.
their
Yeah,
fearsome venom, sea snakes are very timid and not particularly aggressive.
it's one of the accessories. It's a
Although this one is
Yeah.
obviously not thrilled about being picked up,
yeah.
it doesn't try to bite me.
Mm-hmm. Right, and then you dress it and stuff. Yeah. Or did you just go with what it had? Yeah.
Pirate Yo Ho Ho has joined the
And
space.
when I let it go,
Right.
it just swims away.
Right.
I
And
find
this is
another
one of
and
the
I can't
accessories. I
resist
think
the
it's under
opportunity to show the
face
flattened
wear.
tail section to the camera.
Yeah. Or masks. This is just this little picture. There's glasses and masks and things like that.
Swim, be free.
Oh no, go ahead. I have to jump over to a space. I gotta meet somebody here in a minute. But yeah, go ahead. It's pretty open. There's not, you'll be able to see everything. But yeah, if you get stuck anywhere, just use your teleport.
There are 62 known species of sea snakes, and they live
Yeah,
all around the
it comes in
tropical
handy.
Indo-Pacific. I found this
Oh, yeah.
banded sea snake
And
in
you
the
could
Philippines.
somebody's over
They
there.
like nice,
Oh,
warm,
looks like a guest.
tropical water.
But yeah, you
because
can
they're
even
cold-blooded
teleport
like all
out
reptiles. If the
into
water
the,
gets too cold, they get
into the water.
lethargic. So no matter
Just put your
what you might
hand
think of
against the
snakes,
glass.
Sea snakes are timid and shy animals that represent
There you
almost
go.
no threat at all to people, even though they produce some of the most powerful venom in the world.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's pirate.
How you doing?
Put your hand against the glass and then teleport it through.
I can't get close enough.
If
Oh,
you
there we
reach
go.
it.
Thank you.
Almost.
Oh, I thought I did.
All right.
Woo,
There
I'm
he is.
free. This is cool. I haven't been in here before.
Oh yeah, this is it's going to be kind of his replacement for his other
And welcome to
his
my
other aquarium.
world.
He's still working on it. There's still a little more he's going to do to it.
Nice.
Whoop. Hello.
You know those sucker fish that people put in aquariums that clean the glass?
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
they
yeah.
suck up against
The-
Usually they're like, yeah, Plecostomus, exactly. Usually they're like this big, and sometimes you see them this big. And I went to Las Vegas, and they have a tunnel that you walk through, and the aquarium is on the outside of the tunnel. And there was a
The ocean is a
man-sized
tough environment
Plecostomus
to
in
live.
there.
Oh,
To
I was like,
survive,
I did
every
not know
animal
that they
must
got.
eat.
I mean, he would just
That
come up to
means
your,
that other
suck onto your
animals get
face, and it'd be
eaten,
gone. Oh, you
and
just got
nobody
swam
wants
through
to
a.
get eaten. So, animals in the ocean have come up with a lot of ways to defend themselves. They have spines, venom, speed, maneuverability, and even a smoke screen. Come check out this fish.
Wow.
Ghost Droid has joined the space.
Yeah.
The
blew me
lionfish
away.
has pretty obvious defenses. Dozens of spines.
yeah. I had to
sticking
reload
out
your
in all
avatar wasn't
directions.
loading for me.
They're not only
It is
sharp,
now.
but venomous.
Good.
Very few animals can eat a lionfish, especially when it's fully grown. A sting from one of these spines is extremely painful.
Koi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They grow into. They grow.
The stonefish has much less obvious spines, but they're considerably more venomous.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
A sting
I
from
used
one
to
of
have a
these
pet
spines
store,
will send a diver
and
to the hospital.
we got in a
Oh.
piranha one
These
time that a customer wanted to
well-camouflaged
trade
fish
in
pose
because
no
the
threat to divers
piranha
if
had
don't
hopped
touch
out of
them.
the tank, and he reached out to grab it to put it back into the
Oh,
aquarium,
no.
and it bit him,
Stingrays
and it
only
bit
have a
through his
single spine.
skin on his
It's
knuckle
located
all the
at
ways
base of the
down
tail
to the
and
bone.
pointed and
And so he
jagged
had to
right
go to
from
the
above.
emergency room and have that
Since sharks
stitched
love
back
to eat
on.
stingrays,
He's like,
the
I'm out.
venomous spine is
So we
usually
traded him
jabbed
some other
shut if
fish
you
for it,
come
but
too
we
close.
so we
Once
advertised
in a
on
while, an
the side of the
unfortunate
aquarium,
swimmer
man
steps
eater
on a
for
stingray
sale.
and
Yeah.
gets stung, but for the most part, stingrays are not at all aggressive towards people. In the Cayman
He's-
Islands, they're
he-
downright friendly.
I kind of used to. They are a very cool fish. Are you a cichlid person?
Fish aren't the only animals in the ocean with spines. Sea urchins have many sharp spines
Oh, wow.
with brittle tips. If an animal gets skewered by one of these spines, the end breaks off below the skin and causes pain for months. Long-spined urchins are so well protected that sometimes
Sturgeon.
small fish even use
Wow.
them for safety, hiding between
Do you have
the
to keep it
spines
by
before
itself?
a predator would dare try to get them. Spines work so well for urchins that some of their close relatives, the sea stars, have spines too.
Wow.
The spines on the crown of thorn
Ah.
sea star are every bit as sharp and painful as those on an urchin. Believe me, I learned that the hard way. Sea cucumbers are closely related to sea urchins and sea stars.
They're beautiful.
But most sea
They really
cucumbers
set a
have no
mood
in a
spines at
room
all
and-
for defense.
The sea
Yeah, Zed
cucumber
loves the
has an
fish,
even more
so
amazing
you'll
and
get along great with him.
disgusting way of getting rid
Yeah,
of
nice.
predators.
When attacked, many species of sea cucumbers eviscerate from their mouth a gooey mess called cuvarian tubules. These sticky, stringy
Yeah,
organs
disgusting.
presumably give a predator something unappealing to eat, and they're often accompanied by the secretion of a poison. This combination prevents sea cucumbers from being a very popular food item in the ocean. The sea
Yeah, I
cucumber
think
can retract the tubules
lionfish,
and replace
you
the
know, they're
lost
kind of
ones in a few
invasive. I
weeks
think they've
to be
taken over
ready to
somewhere like
eviscerate again.
South Carolina or somewhere, the shorelines, or maybe it was Florida. But now a lot of restaurants are trying to figure out how to
Some
cook them
forms
because
of
they get
defense
so
are
big.
just simple common sense.
And I guess they're
These
kind of
fish are
tasty.
staying
So.
within the protection of a branching coral. They feed on plankton that the current brings by.
They are. The
They
spines
don't
on
venture
top are
very far
poisonous,
from
but the
safety
flesh
of
is
the
good to
coral.
eat.
Other fish are too big to feed on plankton and must go out of the protection of the reef if they want to find food. Their defense is to keep an eye
Lead-
peeled and be ready to zoom
Not
into
really.
the reef if a
I
threat
I
comes
know
along.
of him, Led Zed
Being
or
alert
something
is a
like that.
key defense mechanism.
When it comes to a good defense, nothing beats being
Well,
really fast.
These
Um,
sailfish can swim 60
well, I don't
miles
know.
per
The
hour. They're
first thing
top
that come to
predators in
mind
the
was I
open
suppose he
ocean,
wants it
and
this way,
even
where
though
you have to
sharks
put your
can
hand through
theoretically
the
eat them, sharks
glass
can't
to hop
catch them.
out. I suppose he
The
wants you to feel
sailfish
like
are
a fish
attacking
or
a
something.
small
but-
school of sardines. Schooling is a defensive move used by fish in open water where there's no place to hide. This big school of jacks stays together in a large group, which helps protect the fish because it makes it harder for a predator to focus on a single fish. It's sort of a safety in numbers strategy.
Well, yeah, that'd be good.
But what happens
think it probably
at
would be.
night? Many fish sleep safely at night by hiding in holes in the reef.
Ah,
For the
yeah.
most part, they're safe.
Well, and it'd be fun to be able
The
to pick
parrotfish
some up.
creates a mucus
Maybe if you could
cocoon
pick up a
around itself
starfish and
every night. The
toss it
bubble
or
protects
something.
the fish from
Abuse it
annoying
in some way.
parasitic isopods, the equivalent of an underwater mosquito. This sleeping parrotfish has a nice bubble
Yeah.
that's doing its job. Look closely and you can see the isopod on the bubble like a fly on a
Do you think he's-
screen door.
It really is. Do you think he's done with it the way that it is, or?
Nearby on the nighttime reef, an octopus is out on the prowl hunting for sleeping fish. It
Yeah.
sticks its tentacles into the reef to startle a sleeping fish and hopes the fish will come out into its web of arms it has
Well, that's
wrapped
right.
around the coral head. But how does the
Well, and I
octopus
think
defend
some of 'em are
itself
just
against
kinda like
bigger
proof of
fish
concept.
and fearsome
And so
underwater
they
photographers with
put out
bright
something
video
and
lights?
maybe they move on with it or abandon it or whatever. This
It
was pretty
squirts
nice.
an ink cloud. The ink cloud is a distraction to focus the predator's attention while the
I had
octopus
it in
makes a quick
Kansas.
getaway.
And it was called Santa Fe Pet Company.
On a reef in the
We had two
Philippines,
stores.
a tiny octopus barely larger than a bottle cap is hunting for a meal.
Oh,
It's a blue-ringed octopus.
Oh, yeah,
one of
same
the
neck of
most
the woods.
dangerous
Yeah, I
animals
live
in
by
the
Wichita.
world, packing a venom 10,000 times more deadly than cyanide.
yeah. I like the animals. I'm kind of a animal magnet,
One
anyways.
bite
but-
from the blue-ringed
but,
octopus will
I just
kill a
kinda take
human
to
in
'em.
only minutes. Reaching
Well,
into cracks and holes, the octopus
I've
hunts
owned some
for
pretty
shrimp
cool
or small
parrots.
fish to eat. A
I've
goat
owned.
boldly protects its burrow.
Is that right? Yeah. I have. I've had several African greys and
To a nearby scorpionfish, the
one that
octopus
was
looks
very
like a nice,
tame,
bite-sized
and then one that
snack.
was kind of
The
tame, and
octopus
one that
doesn't
was
see
just
the
a little peckerhead.
well-camouflaged scorpionfish watching and waiting to make its move.
Was it the Congo? With the bright red tail?
The
Yeah, there's a
scorpionfish
smaller one that's called a
strikes
Timna,
and gets
and it
more
has
than
kind
it
of a
bargained for.
darkened red tail, but it's
Within only
noticeably
a fraction
smaller.
of a second, the octopus bites back.
Did yours
and
speak?
the scorpionfish spits it out. The scorpionfish will have a sore mouth for days, if it even survives. It turns out that the blue-ringed octopus does not make a very good snack after all. Some animals are not blessed with spines, venom, or even the ability to move quickly. Crabs and lobsters have a tough exoskeleton that makes them very hard to eat. As well, they have powerful claws that can pinch and crush. When a threat comes near,
Oh, really?
a
That's
lobster
cute.
doesn't hesitate to put up those claws and use them. A hermit crab
Yeah.
ups the defense by using a snail shell as a portable house to provide an extra layer of protection. Some hermit crabs take it even another step further, placing venomous stinging anemones on their
that's cool.
shell to further increase their defensive positions. This crab might be slow, but she is very hard to eat. Even a lowly scallop has a defense. It has no legs for walking or fins for swimming. But when its arch enemy, the sea star, approaches and makes a move, the scallop opens its shells wide and claps them together, squirting a jet of water out of its mantle.
Yeah.
Whelks are another predator that try to take advantage of the scallop, but they're given the squirt treatment too.
Yeah.
Take that, whelks.
Oh, man.
No matter how
And their
vulnerable
beaks,
an
they
animal
could
in the
really
ocean
bite.
might look, you can bet that it has a strategy to survive. Spines,
no.
venom, speed, a smoke screen, or
We had-
maybe even a squirt gun. There
Oh,
are
that's good.
many ways that
Had a
animals
female in the
have
house?
learned to defend themselves
Oh.
in the blue world.
Oh, nice. We had a cockatoo at the shop that if anybody reached out to pet it, it was very friendly and you could hand it to somebody and it'd climb all over him and was very friendly. But if it was riding on my shoulder and somebody tried to pet it, it would bite my ear. And so as I was talking to people, they'd start to reach out to pet the bird. I'd be like, no, no. And it's like, who is trained who here? You know, I used to do a lot of animal training. It's like, that bird has trained me to not let anybody else pet it. It's like, I am such a sucker. It was so funny. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's great. We had a customer that
Some of the
left
world's
for the
richest
weekend and
coral
let their
reefs
bird stay in the
thrive
cage
Indonesia.
and filled it up with extra
Located
food
in
and
the
water,
middle of
and
the so-called
you know they're
Coral
fine in there
Triangle,
for a
the
Saturday
diversity
come
of
back Sunday type of
species and
thing.
colors of
But the
Indonesian
bird got
reefs
out
absolutely
and
amazes
it
me every time I
shredded their
get the chance to
curtains,
dive here.
and then they had
This
border
time, however,
wallpaper
it's
up
not the
along
reefs
the
that have come to
ceiling,
film, but a
and it
remote
stripped
and
tons of that
uninhabited
off,
island
and
whose
it
waters
ripped
are
all the
reputed
molding
to
off of the
teem with
front picture
thousands of
window
sea snakes.
and got the pillows and
The
stuff. And
island,
it's
known
like
as
the amount of,
is an
they had like
active
$5,000
volcano
worth
100
of
kilometers
damage
from the nearest
just because they
inhabited
left
island,
the bird
smack
alone
dab
for
in
a
the middle of the Indonesian
day and a half.
archipelago.
It must have got out right
Getting
after
there
that.
is no easy task.
It was a cockatoo.
Chartered
It was
the seahorse, a traditional Indonesian
not the
pinisi built for
umbrella. It was the one
divers
with the
for a
peach
special
colored
itinerary to
crest,
reach
not the
Redhook
yellow
Island.
colored crest.
Dive Master Jandri meets me at the marina in Sarong. It took me 2 full days of flying just to get to Sarong
They can
from
be.
the United States.
And they really like to shred stuff.
He takes me out to the Seahorse, my home away from home, for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
This expedition will take 14
that's right.
divers
I forgot about that.
1,200 miles across the Banda Sea, from Sarong to Allure, stopping to dive along the way at many islands. The most important of which, of course, is Manuk. I board the Seahorse, and once everyone else has arrived, we pull anchor and head for the
That's
open
cool.
sea in search of some serious underwater adventures.
It is. You just provide
The
them
next
something to
morning, we
shred.
reach our first dive site in Raja Ampat. I can hardly wait to hit the water and get a look at the spectacular reefs. Raja Ampat is the most biologically diverse area in Indonesia, and therefore the world.
Yeah. Mm.
As I roll into the water and get my
Yeah.
camera, the first thing I see is a wonderfully healthy, shallow, hard coral reef.
Yeah.
Nearby are sea fans sheltering tiny fish.
It really
Along the
is.
drop-off, larger
We
schools
had
of
a
fish float, swirling around the reef.
440-gallon hexagon tank as the centerpiece.
In the deep blue,
And so
a
half
school
of it was
spade
divided up
fish
into
regard me
thirds
without
and a
fear as
piece
I
of
swim
plexiglass,
among them.
and the other half was just an open half.
Back at the reef,
And
camouflage
so it
fish
had
lies on the
underground
sand between the
filters,
coral
and then it
beds.
had a
It's a crocodile
vortex
fish.
filter,
Ambush
and it
predator
shot up
waiting
through
for
the
prey
middle
to
and
come
had a
close.
triple waterfall as it went back down to help aerate.
Even
And
its
then
eye has
so you could
camouflage.
design the aquariums, uh, 3 different colored gravels, for example,
Later
of
in
those
the day,
3
I
different
suit up once again for
tanks.
another mind-blowing
And
experience.
we would put cuttlefish in there, and they change colors. And so if you put them in
This
an
is Dot, a
aquarium with
tiny
that
sea
color,
newt,
it tries
a
to
coral pillar that
start
would be a
matching some of
small
that
island
color.
if only it were
And
a tad
same with
taller.
a
This
cuttlefish.
underwater tower is the
I don't know
home
if
of
you
the
have
largest
birds
school
that
of butterfly
if
fish
you
I've
buy
ever
one of those
seen.
little beak
They hover here in
grinder
the strong
things that you put
current,
on the side of the
apparently
cage,
feeding
it's
on
called a
something that
cuttlefish
the
bone.
current brings to
That's
them.
actually from a cuttlefish fish. And so that's the only bone in their
They don't
body.
seem to mind my presence at all.
But they're kind of like octopuses, is that they will change colors. They have chromatophore,
It's a
or whatever the right word
mesmerizing
is,
experience to
little
dive within the school,
ways to control their
enveloped on
skin. And
all
so,
sides by colorful fish.
being how I am, I wanted to put a checkerboard down there and try to see if it would. Yeah.
Exhausted by swimming in the current, I relax and drift away from the
Yeah.
seamount. I float gently towards the surface where I make a short safety stop for decompression.
Yeah.
Finally, I head
Yeah,
back to the
it's actually
Seahorse,
from a
my
cuttlefish.
First day of diving done.
Oh yeah.
A beautiful day leads to a beautiful sunset, and I can't wait to see what
They're
tomorrow
cool.
brings. For 5 days, the pilot of the Seahorse advances us
Yeah.
across Indonesia from island to island, with wonderful diving every day. But my mind is focused on one particular spot. And today, at last, we have arrived. Manuk Island.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
island is aptly named. Manuk means bird in several Indonesian dialects. And birds it has. Manuk is completely uninhabited.
Oh, wow.
And there are a few reasons why. First of all, it's kind of steep. But more importantly, it's an active volcano. There are steam and sulfur vents all over the island. Standing downwind, you can smell the distinct odor of brimstone. But the big question
They are
is,
cool.
are there any sea snakes here?
Yep.
I depart for the first dive with my fingers crossed that I will see tons of sea snakes.
So, let's go check it out.
When I get down to the reef, I I see a wonderfully healthy ecosystem with beautiful coral, abundant fish, and crystal clear water. You couldn't ask for a nicer place to do a
Nice.
dive. The walls drop off steeply into deep water. The reef looks perfectly healthy except for this, an underwater volcanic vent. Toxic gases and heat are coming out of the sea.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Coral can't grow too close to this
That makes
vent.
sense.
The water is murky and the rocks are stained yellow. Whatever
Nice.
I'm swimming in right now is probably
That's
not
pretty
good for
cool.
me or my
One
camera.
time at the shop, we had
In shallow water,
a
volcanic
tokay
bubbles are
gecko
percolating out of
that
the
had
seafloor.
escaped,
Nothing will
and
grow
he
on
was
these rocks either.
probably,
The volcanic
I
nature
don't know,
of Manuk
8
Island
inches long.
is
And
everywhere.
of course, they can climb walls and glass and stuff because of their little feet.
Yet, among the
And
volcanic
we just
bubbles
let him
swims
stay
a
loose
sea
because
snake.
we also sold
It is
crickets.
apparently
And
unaffected by the
crickets
water
would get
quality.
loose, so we just let the tokay gecko stay loose so that he could eat the crickets.
It swims
And then, but
casually
every
by
once in a
flapping
while,
its
some
flattened
customer would come
paddle-like
running up,
section of
you know,
tail.
Mister,
I
Mister,
follow it
you've got a
down
lizard
onto the
that's
reef,
loose. And I'd
mesmerized
say,
by
oh,
its
really? Well, let me
swimming.
come back and check. And I'd kind of play this joke on him. I'd go through the aquariums. I'd say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, they're all accounted for. They're like, no, I saw him. And this tokay gecko was kind of grayish pink with white spots. And they said, no, I saw. I said, well, and so I'd say, well, what do they look like? They'd say, well, he's kind of gray or pink or white, or, and he was running up the wall. It's like, let me get this straight. You're claiming that you saw a lizard.
Pretty soon I notice that as the snakes are waking up, they're coming over to check me out. Are they curious? They investigate my fins and gear. They swim closely around me.
Did you get
I
kicked?
know they're not aggressive, so I just try to stay still and not fight.
Yeah, me too. I got sent back to my homeroom. That's the only thing about banter is that every once in a while you get kicked. I know I couldn't get close enough to the wall a couple of different times to get my hand through there.
Look, they're so mellow I can hold one.
All right. So, anyways,
Notice how it
I,
flicks
I,
its
I
tongue.
would just pretend like I thought that they
Like
were
land
crazy.
snakes,
You
this
know,
is
I'd be
how
like,
sea snakes
let me
smells.
get this
But
straight.
at
You
the
think
same
you
time,
saw a
its
lizard
tongue
walking up a
ticking
wall and it
helps
was
get rid of
pink?
excess
And
salt
so then
that
I'd
lands
say,
in
did he
its
have a
mouth.
little pink elephant friend with him?
Because sea
And that's
snakes
when they
are
would
reptiles
like
just
dawn
like
on them that I
land
was
snakes.
pulling their
They
leg,
have
you know.
lungs and need
It's
to
like, no,
breathe
no.
air, just like people. So a sea snake must head to the surface every once in a while for a breath. Sea snakes have a huge lung that takes up nearly the entire length of their body, so they can hold a big
It's been a
breath that
long
will
time
last for
since
a
I've been to
while.
the Kansas City
Each
Zoo, and then
time
I
a
was
sea
a
snake
zookeeper for a
surfaces,
short
it
while.
usually spends
I
a minute
love
or two
zoos.
resting and breathing before gulping in that last
Kansas
big
City's got a
breath
nice one.
and diving back down to the reef. A breath can last 1
It
to
doesn't.
2
I was
hours,
young.
depending on the species.
You gotta
but
you,
most
you
sea
gotta
snakes breathe more
pick up
often
a
than
lot
that
of
unless
poop.
they're sleeping. They can also absorb a little bit of oxygen from the water
Yeah.
directly through their skin, which helps them extend their dives. As I ascend from my last dive of the day, I'm really excited about all the sea
Oh
snakes
yeah.
I saw.
Do those work?
Wow! That dive was snake-tacular! I've seen sea snakes before, but never that many.
The next morning, I'm up at sunrise and heading out to the reef for an early morning dive. Early morning is when the sea snakes hunt, and I'm hoping to witness the reef alive
No.
with sea snakes on the prowl.
Yeah.
Underwater,
They all have
the
such
light levels are still
personalities.
low, and I'm heading out to a deep seamount where I saw a lot of sea snakes yesterday. This should be a good place to find some sea snakes hunting.
That's right.
When a sea snake hunts,
too
it
funny.
takes advantage of having a small head and a thin body to go from hole to hole in the reef, poking its head inside. It hopes to corner a fish or an invertebrate that's hiding in the hole.
No, So this is a yellow tang and a blue tang, and I'm not sure on this one. It might be one of the emperor
Once the
fishes
hunting
or some
starts, more
type
sea
of
snakes start coming into the reef to
angel.
join the
I'm not
hunt.
sure. No, they can't. No, but they can live together. On
this
the
seamount,
you
more
probably
than
can't
100
see it,
feet
but
from the
like
surface,
yellow tangs
dozens of sea snakes are
have a
gathering to
right at the
prowl
tail
the
where it
reef
meets
for
the body.
food.
They have a razor blade of a bone sticking out, and when they fight each other, they will swipe at each other, and they can cut up other fish pretty good. Then those emperor type fishes, their color scheme totally changes from juvenile to adult. So that's a good way to age them. Yeah.
The omniscient Daddy Deddy has joined the space.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. I've forgotten so much. It's been
Sometimes
geez,
they
probably
appear to
30
work
years
together to make sure nothing
since I was real deep
escapes.
into it.
So,
What's happening?
nothing much.
Yeah. That is it. We were just admiring your world.
Thanks.
It's
It
cool.
needs upgrade, but it's getting somewhere better than the other one.
Look at you, flippers and tentacles and nice.
I am planning it at some point, but maybe as something what destroys the aquarium more than maintains it, or something civil. The
My time is limited at such a deep site, and all too soon I must head for shallower water.
Yeah.
There are more sea snakes in the shallows.
That's about right.
Sure.
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
are
sea
very
snakes
smart.
Before, but why are there so many
Probably
here at
smarter than
Midland Island?
dolphins.
Is it the remoteness of the place?
I
far
believe-
from people? Is it a
I
lack of
believe
some
they're a
other
little bit
predator?
less than
For
dolphins,
now,
but
nobody's
I
found
believe they
But
still
there's
have
no
that
doubt
high
about it,
complex
and
in their mind.
they're
It
named
takes them
after the
still a little
birds.
bit longer to
To
kind
me,
of
it will always be
fix a
the
puzzle and all
island
that, to
of
go
the
through
sea
something.
snakes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and then you got to have the puzzle to fit the animal too. I mean, it's like a octopus can
Yeah.
open a jar type of thing, but yeah, and they
Yep.
change their
Kind of
locomotion
symbiosis
too.
is called
So
mutualism.
sometimes they
This
crawl
is
like an
where both
octopus, and
parties get
sometimes they
something
kind of
out
do
the
this
deal.
little crab walk thing.
For
They're
example,
they're
take
amazing.
this hermit crab.
Yep.
She has a garden of small anemones on her shell that she carries everywhere she goes.
Are you a fan
The
of fish
anemones
then?
give her protection from predators.
I
like
am a
the
very
octopus,
big
because
fan of
their
fish.
stinging tentacles pack a punch.
It's the only thing people know me
But
for
the
is
anemones
fish.
have a great life living on her shell
Ah.
because they gather some of the scraps from her messy eating and they travel around with her to the next meal.
No. I want them, but I'm kind of holding back because once I have them, I'm going to keep getting more and more.
Since the hermit
Buy the
crab
biggest
uses an
tank you
old
can
snail
first
shell
thing,
for a
unless you
home,
know
she
that you
needs
want
to
to keep
find a
some
larger
separate.
shell
Because
every once in
I
a
used to have
while
a
as she
pet store, and I
grows.
can't tell you the
When she
Yeah.
finds
amount of
one,
people that
it's
would
as
buy a
simple as hopping out of the
very
old
small
shell
tank, and
into the
before you
new
knew
one.
it, they were back in buying
But
something
what to
bigger, and
do
then
about
6
the
months later, they
anemones?
were buying
The
something to
anemones
add
are
on.
so important to the hermit crab that she must also
All the
move
little bits of
them to the new
accessories and all
shell.
that. Yeah.
Without them,
Yeah, well,
she's
yeah, that's right.
defenseless.
And we were
Slowly,
just
with a
talking about how
combination
much
of
work it
tapping on
is
the
to
anemones and
move an
peeling their
aquarium too.
edges, the hermit
Every
crab
time you
convinces
Oh, yeah.
change a barbie
them
or
to
something.
release their grip. Only the
Yeah, because you
crab
have to
knows how to coax the
you have to
anemones into
lower it
letting
a certain
go.
level, or you
They
have to
will not
transport the
submit to
fish into a
any other
bucket and all
creature
that.
pulling on them.
Yeah,
Once the anemone lets go
And that
of
can
the
take
old shell, the hermit
ages.
crab deposits it on her new shell.
yeah, it does.
She simply plops it in place and holds it until the anemone grabs on. The anemone will then crawl around on the shell and find a good spot all on its own, while the hermit crab turns her attention to working on the next anemone.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There was a time back in the 80s that every time that I moved, I also had a water bed. So I was moving 55 or 75 gallon aquariums plus California King water beds, and it's like,
Anemone's planted on her
boy,
new shell,
it's a lot of
the
water.
hermit crab has completed her move. She leaves her
Yeah,
new shell for the next hermit crab, a bit smaller than herself.
Oh, water beds. Very
Ghost
70s,
Droid has joined the space.
very 70s and 80s.
Where's Mr. Droid?
Coming up next on
Yeah, he's
Toy
up at the
Earth
top.
World, belugas.
Droid, we're in the
I'm
water.
Bird, and welcome to my world.
Who's further good what happened now?
I've got that app Trip. It's a meditation app. And they have a thing called the Sanctum, which is where you can see your own room and the game at the same time, but then you can bring in these plants and stuff kind of similar to this. It reminds me of real underwater.
To be honest, I haven't seen this actual outfit yet. Other than the sex, drugs, and sausage rolls.
2,000 pounds.
The head I
What's
could
that?
shrink
Yeah.
down.
And lives in
The
Connecticut.
head I could shrink down a little bit, but I like the little shark. Shark was worth it.
Give up?
Yes, I'm talking about the beluga
Oh yeah, talk,
whale.
talk,
Oh,
talk,
yeah.
talk, talk.
While normally one would
Got
be
your little pets
all
Your
right
shark
there.
talks.
Look at
Blah
those.
blah 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 blah.
Today I'm going to
Hell
be
yeah.
hanging out with some belugas at the Mystic Aquarium in Connecticut.
Now I know there's a little chaos, but I learned a lot watching your video today.
Underwater exhibits
Yeah. At least
Or
this
watching
time
your
I've covered a
streamings, yeah.
lot more,
coral,
and
Mhm.
only with an hour. Well, I'm mostly going to edit down to below an hour.
and even
Oh, yeah.
moray eels.
All I got to do is
I know
showcase
they-
how to fucking
I
fix
know
the
they were a
shirt, and
little
that's it.
distracting, but I did learn stuff from them too.
No, it's funny as shit. Like, I think I only have 2 more, like, proper sessions, and then it's mostly just going to be a QA kind of thing for maybe a month or 2. And that'll be it. Like, I know the event wasn't going to last long. They're supposed to just cover everything, and
Yeah.
that's the point.
What were you teaching on?
This, building avatars.
He
Oh,
actually
built
built what I'm wearing, except for the shirt. What I'm wearing, he built.
Oh, I did the shirt too. Come on, dick.
Well, yeah, you did the shirt, but not during the show, not during the streaming. Yeah.
But no, yeah, I showcased how to
It's, yeah,
kind of
it's a
have
Zed shirt for sure. It says Griggs. I think that's the one I put on.
It's-
Yeah.
kind of everything covering each part. So we have like some headwear, feet. Like I've covered every piece of the whole armature here, other than hair.
Look at his little flat eyeball.
So
You can put that one
Well,
right up here for me.
I don't need that
yeah,
anyway.
this is all mine.
For the day, so this looks kind
I've
of
literally
complicated
spent the
here.
last hour doing it,
Really all it
or
is
2 hours.
Each bucket that I weigh out for
Little-
Juno is going to have 6.3.
No, I've got to fix that. That's my next thing. Fix it with sleeves and that's
he's
it. Go.
I can do this.
After the fish have been washed and
Here it comes again.
inspected to be sure they're free of any possible
Right over
Yeah, I may
contamination,
make them
the way
synced
out
at
of
some
bucket of
point,
fish
but
will be breakfast for a beluga
meh.
named Juno.
I don't know how well that's going to
Uh,
work with my whole plans for the future and all that, where you have different biomes spaced within this one area.
Oh, so when I see the manta ray flying over, he doesn't see it.
Yeah, we don't see it.
No.
It's all different
That's
for
how it
everyone.
works
It's
for me
based
right
on
now.
your
Tortoise
time.
has
It
joined
went
the
just like
space.
right above his head. Just
So
Yeah.
wrong. So wrong.
To me, I should become a form. People
Quick
can
Hide
actually
the Drugs
recognize me.
Fire
And
Rat has joined the space.
fire
Need
at you
some-
too.
Vanquish 3R has
Hey,
joined
what
the
you
space.
guys doing in there?
We're drowning.
Not in.
Looking at all the animals
The
up
water's
there.
fine. Oh, it's satisfied tortoise.
Hey, it's me, guys. It's me.
Hello.
Come on, tortoise.
How do I get in there?
Or maybe so they
Hello.
can see us clearly.
So,
Hey,
come and grab
Fire.
out my hand.
I hope you appreciate this. I'm doing this
Gravy?
all for you, buddy. As
Oh,
I
look. It's sad now.
Hey, I've got there's enough footage of him screwing himself up. That's the reason why Shane kicked him straight away. There's that much.
I wanted to glitch him. I was gonna crash his game.
No, I didn't realize who it was until I
How are you gonna
pointed
crash
at
the
him and saw
game?
his name.
Who was it?
Just watch. Just wait. Right, hold on. Hold on.
We still gonna get
That wasn't me. That was. Right.
Oh, it was Vanka
Right,
douche,
hold on.
huh?
No, no. Yeah.
So
I
this
want to
is a
do
little
this
bit
thing.
bigger
Hold
one
on.
here.
Are you holding onto my
Big
hand?
windows mean
Alright, I
lots of
trust
cleaning.
you. I trust
For
you.
some reason, I feel
Alright,
like
okay.
I'm being watched. It's hard to keep my eyes on my work. The
He's a
whales
dick,
are
Ed, so
incredibly
we know what we're doing. We're breaking him so he doesn't come back.
Next, it's time to scrub the inside
We,
of it.
there's like
All
nearly an
the
hour
hair
long
goes on the bottom.
footage
The trick
against
now
him,
is
pretty much.
keeping the whales from grabbing the brush and
So
yanking it away from
That's
me.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
How do I get out there with those
You,
guys?
you might as well cull the herd early on shit like that.
Investigate and
yeah,
Some people can just be a big
for the whale's
pain in the
safety,
butt for
it's
everybody.
important that I keep them from
yeah.
getting a hold of any of the
Dreads
tools.
I know.
Ed, it's me.
That's a nice
So,
function though,
I've had
isn't
my
it? Being
fun.
able to zap somebody with a bolt
You've
of
had your fun, have you?
lightning.
Alright. I want to edit that so it's not lightning, that it's just a tentacle instead.
Oh, yeah, we're in here. That'd be great.
This is just a tad more
Well, let's talk with
No, I
Shane
didn't
about
realize who
that.
it was. I was like, come on down. And I'm like, oh, that's who it is.
Yeah. No, that's just adds maybe an extra minute, so I've got them things we've got to chuck into the pile to Shane.
onto the beach for me on this towel
I
here.
can just imagine a big tentacle coming down and curling around him and strangling
Oh,
him.
I want that to exist so much. I will
Or just
physically animate it
Or
if
just
I
up out of the
must.
ground and pull them down. Yeah.
Yeah, almost want to make
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
that'd be good.
portal thing, maybe like
That'd be good.
10 meters above the
So-
head, so it comes down and around.
What I did, if he was on Quest, it would have crashed him. But because he's on PC, he can respawn easily.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, because if you go up fast and all that, it breaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she knows she's coming back for a big fish reward.
Yeah, I like this too. Love the German Shepherd. Oh, our parents can be friends
Yeah,
too. That's
nice.
good.
Yeah, the parrot talks and blinks as well.
Goddamn.
Oh, that's
It makes shit blink. And I'm just sat here just going, I don't care if things blink.
No, it's cool. I blink left and right, easy, and it works on
It's,
accessories.
I know it's easy. The only thing I gotta do is fix up the t-shirt and that's it. Once that's done, then I can
Yeah.
finally, I would say sleep. No. So I gotta edit the video. And before people go, oh, what did we miss in avatar creation and all that, I'm just gonna chuck them a fucking video in their face and that's it. Hour long of me suffering. Like, it was gonna be more like 7 hours of me suffering. 2 hours of the actual event. Hour and a half of thing, and now I've got to spend maybe an extra 2 hours of actually editing it.
Although I'm not allowed to go diving, I can go
Oh yeah, payoff.
in a pair of
Does it mean more people can do stupid as shit?
Do you have questions before we get in?
No, let's go. This is my element, baby.
I'm not that cruel.
Kate takes me
Yeah,
into
not
the
that
shallow
cruel.
part of the exhibit
I've
where
added
I
like
learn
the
a few hand
common
signals.
ones in here at least.
The whales know about 100 hand signals. They've been trained to do
No, he
everything
kind of
from a
swims
raspberry
around
to
slowly.
Our sturgeon
a breach.
Yeah.
also saltwater. I know they have freshwater sturgeon.
Yeah, this one's the
So-
Atlantic one.
The gem corpse. Can I actually just find her around, or do I have to go to some
It's
hidden
not in this
trigger
one.
first?
It's not in this one anymore.
Oh, damn.
I can honestly say, the other
So we're
one,
going
you
around
had
for
to
nothing.
decrypt some code on the sword. There was 3 like encrypted codes on the sword. If you decrypted that, it would have given you the X, Y, and Z location of Gem's body.
God damn.
I told Choco that it once I dropped the sword in the game, just going, there's an Easter egg in here, figure it out. He was kind of the first one I told, He was in there for nearly 5 hours and said, "Oh, I didn't understand," and I just go, "Dude, it's easy."
And it only cost a fish.
It's
But no, it's not.
encrypted code.
I spent a day learning
It was a simple encrypted code. Like it would take him like 5 minutes to figure out what language, or maybe 5 minutes to go and find the actual placements. Maybe an extra like hour to go and figure out what language it was in. Decrypted that, and then go into 2D or move player to X, Y, and Z. That was literally it. If I'm actually recalling, it was like 1,600 and like. You
Yeah,
look at
thank
that
you.
man.
It's makeup that you can put on the file link as well.
This time on
It's in
Jonathan
the
Goes to
yeah.
World, Jonathan goes muck diving to film some outlandish marine life.
Oh, I may.
Hi, I'm Jonathan.
So the only thing I've got to do is fix up the t-shirt and that's it. Then finally, I'm actually having a look how it is on here.
Yeah.
That's upper
You
arm.
have
Then it's just based on the body. You don't even need the shoulder pieces really. The shoulder pieces are useless very much.
and the shoulder is used for the movement with the arms.
Ah, yeah. So,
But what you have the template file for the outfit, right? Like the outfit
yeah.
template, male and female. Just put that shirt on that one and see how it aligns with the mesh.
So coral
Yeah.
reefs are the most
Most next little bits, you record that final piece, edit it all, and go from there.
But as divers gain
Edit
more
it together,
experience, they seek out new and
make it
different
not an
diving
hour long.
environments like
I
shark
think
diving
5 minutes.
or cave diving.
Head and pet was 5 minutes. The top was the longest one, but I can most were taken down to 7 minutes.
One
Trousers
exciting
were kind of
environment
similar,
is
7
muck diving.
minutes.
I know it doesn't sound very exciting,
Yeah,
but
got like a
trust me,
decent
if you like
45-minute
cool
got them
critters,
compilation of
muck diving is where it's
how
at.
to build a fully capable avatar
Dives don't generally
using
involve any
custom
actual
things.
muck.
If you don't want to build
Usually
your
they're
own
just
custom
dives with a
avatar,
sandy bottom inhabited by critters that have
which to be
adapted
honest
to
is
this
easier,
unique habitat.
but I still think hero avatars of Ready Player Me are going to be easier.
It's stuff that
Well,
doesn't live on
I don't know.
reefs.
It depends. I think learning how to do some assets can also help when doing a full avatar.
Yeah.
While technically muck diving can be done just about anywhere, there's a silty, sandy,
Where'd Pirate go?
muddy seafloor.
Like because you're
Some
working on
places
something.
around the world have developed quite a
Where's Pirate go?
reputation
Because
for
you work
good
on
muck
something
dives
smaller,
with
it's like a
lots
lot
of
easier to
critters.
figure out the errors for it rather
And
than
this is
having the
one
whole
such
body
place,
mesh that you have to try to work out where the errors
Heron
are.
Bridge in
Yeah.
Riviera Beach,
That's why the
Florida.
last thing I'm actually going to do is the full mesh models.
This may not look like much of a dive site,
But
this bridge is actually
that'll be
world
later on.
famous for the stunning
Not yet.
diversity of interesting critters that inhabit the shallow water just below the
I
traffic.
think next week
zooming
I'm going to be
by.
covering outfits. So another
I've stopped
version,
in
but
for a couple
a bit
dives
more
to check out the
complex, and
diving
then
find out what all the fuss is about. But
that
I'm
should be
terrible at
it.
finding
I
stuff,
should be
so I've
free.
enlisted the help of local Blue Heron Bridge expert Jeff Nelson from Force E, a local dive shop. It's sort of a weird
Kinda
dive.
is the
We
best
suit
way
up
of
in the
putting it.
parking lot and then walk over to the water.
I just call it a bone dragon because it's
Stylized.
similar. Yeah, it's
That's what it was.
stylized to it.
Stylized bone
to-
dragon.
Because there are strong
Yeah.
currents here when the tide is coming in
Few
or
things are
going
still
out,
fucked on
we
it,
have
but
to
to be
dive
honest,
during a short
I'm not
window
fussed.
when the tide changes.
I have a free
So my
day.
dive today begins at dusk during the high tide slack.
Yeah, open to wide and
I'll
opens
have
up.
all I can handle with my camera, so
Both
Jeff
directions,
will tow
yeah.
along a dive flag.
Yeah.
It floats above us to make sure people in boats
But
can see us.
it was fun to
It's
mess
still
around.
light as we sink
I've still got
down
to
into
fix it
only
up in
6
some
feet of
areas, but
water and start
fixing it up
looking
shouldn't be
for
too long,
critters.
really.
Jeff has promised me one of the hardest fish to
But-
film, a jawfish with eggs. The jawfish is my quarry. Almost
I'm going to take
immediately, Jeff finds
a
me
little
weird
bit off, and
fuzzball.
I'm going to have a
Almost
little
looks
bit
like
of a break, and then
jellyfish,
I'll
but this
come
is a
back
large
and I'll
nudibranch called a sea hare.
fix the avatar, get the final piece of
This
recording I
one is
wanted,
laying
and then
its
that was it.
eggs.
So, I am going to watch some cartoons.
As we
Because
continue
Alright.
I
on
don't
through
really
the
feel like
Have
watching
you run?
A
YouTube.
seahorse.
Yeah.
In most places, seahorses are not only hard
Enjoy
to
the
find,
aquarium.
they're
Any ideas,
frustratingly
chuck 'em at me.
uncooperative.
I'll do 'em.
This guy has seen enough cameras that he knows if he poses for a minute or two, I'll go away and leave him alone. A puffer is attracted to my lights and comes over for a look. Nearby, the fastest sea star I've ever seen racing across the sand. And then another cooperative seahorse, using its prehensile tail to grip an old piece of rope. Without Jeff to point out these little guys, I would probably swim right by them and not even see them. With the seahorses in the bag, it's time to move on. We pass a yellow stingray hunting for food. They eat mostly shrimp, worms, and clams, stuff that lives in and on the sandy seafloor. I just hope this hungry stingray doesn't find those seahorses. A mantis shrimp sticks its eyes out of its burrow to check out my bright video lights.
What's that?
But it's definitely not coming out.
Oh,
Jeff knows where to find a small octopus.
Cards with
Dives into its
Cards
home
Against
when I
Humanity.
approach. But if there's one thing about octopods, they are curious.
It is a nice atmosphere.
In the lens of my
I mean,
camera,
Dead would have to do it,
comes
but
out to
yeah.
investigate. First, a quick touch of the camera housing. I stick my finger around into the shot to give the octopus some scale. You can see that this is a very small octopus, but nobody told her that. She grabs my finger with her suckers and tries to pull me into her den. If you ever have the opportunity to arm wrestle with an octopus, you will find they are amazingly strong, and the suction cups feel so weird on my skin. While hunting for the jawfish, we come across a super rare and weird fish. This little guy is a batfish. It walks along the bottom on legs that have evolved from pelvic fins. And just over its mouth, a retractable lure used to fish for prey. Its gill openings are hidden behind its pectoral fins so the prey won't see it breathing. When it decides to swim, you can tell that this fish isn't really designed to swim very well. Definitely a bottom dweller. Towards the end of the dive, Jeff finds me the elusive jawfish with eggs. But I blow it by moving in too close and scaring the little fish. He won't come out. And my lights are probably frightening him too, so I give up. But don't worry, I have a plan.
Will Jonathan manage to film the elusive jawfish? Stick around and find out.
Early the next morning, we're back at the bridge for the next slack tide. So before the sun is even up, cameraman Todd and I are gearing up with Jeff. This time, I really hope we can film that jawfish.
Enchanting Salmon has joined the space.
We drop down into the shallow water and start making our way over to the jawfish's burrow. Along the way, I am seduced by another octopus. Ask any diver. Octopods are too cool. You just have to stop and watch them when you find one. This one's a little bigger than the other one. Cameraman Todd and I take turns getting some shots and waiting for the octopus to do something interesting besides just stare at us. I stick my hand out to see if I can rouse the animal's curiosity. she is not going for it. Fortunately, Jeff teaches me a better way. Make my hand look like an octopus on the sand. And it works. With a couple suction cups, she tries to take me home.
And so then after you've merged them,
That was really fun, but my mission is to find a
yeah,
jawfish,
it'd be
so we
interesting.
move on.
Like, yeah, I can't really tell exactly what you may need to do with that the embassy what you're seeing, but I think if you hadn't done that merge by distance of the entire mesh, just at a low distance so that it merges all the vertices that are on top of each other, because that will help prevent you know, things separating where it looks like they're actually connected.
The eggs give him away. When it comes to
Yeah, I
jawfish,
kind of just
the
well,
male
because
guards
there are
the
some
eggs
gaps
in a
which
very
are like really
unlikely
big,
place.
right?
His
So I
mouth.
kind of just grabbing them
Jawfish
and
are
like
mouth
bring the
brooders,
vertices
meaning that
closer
once the male has
together,
fertilized the eggs,
and
he
then
takes
One
them
thing
to
you can
the
do,
female and keeps
yeah.
them safe in his mouth
well,
for about 2
yeah, one thing
weeks
you can do
until
is
they
you can create a
hatch.
new
During
face.
that time, Dad can't
Yeah,
eat
okay, yeah, I've
anything.
been doing that as
The
well,
eggs are
actually.
transparent.
you